Everybody wants to touch my butt all the time.
It's a good butt.
I've heard it's a good butt. I don't know.
It's a
Pretty legit situation.
Pretty legit situation.
My butt. My butt's a pretty legit situation.
Face is a pretty legit situation.
Oh, you.
Oh.
Hey, everybody. Hi. Welcome to this week's edition of The Drunken Library.
It's Banned Books Week.
It is Banned Books Week. We're very excited about it. I might have peed a little and cried. It was my favorite.
I might have finished reading the book that we're doing like an hour and a half ago. That's
possible. But this week, in honor of Banned Books Week, we are reading The Great Gatsby.
Yay!
It's one of my favorites ever. I'm gonna be a weirdo and, like, hug it. By F. Scott Fitzgerald. It was published mid-20s, 1925.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been banned a lot.
It's been banned. Because parents have problems with their use of bad language and reference to sexuality.
Language. I'm pretty sure the worst thing in here is son of a bitch. That's worse than nothing that I say ever.
Also, in honor of Banned Books Week, I am drinking from my Banned Books mug. Observe the titles of banned books. Not all of them, but
that would fit on a mug.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
There we go.
I don't have a Banned Books mug. Mine's just awesome. Yeah. It's Sleeping Beauty.
So, banned.
But, so we're going to talk about The Great Gatsby a little bit. And banned books, just overall. They're awesome. I counted 21 of them.
I've read like 3.
Which is pretty start.
Not because I haven't wanted to, just because I haven't.
Well, I had to read a bunch of them in school. This one, actually, I had to read in school, but it's okay.
You're okay.
I loved them, and then I kept reading them unintentionally. Some of them I didn't even know.
I just read stuff that happens and to come across in my life.
So Gatsby.
Yep.
It's just what I'm going to call it, because that's what everybody calls it. Gatsby's about this dude.
Named Gatsby.
Named Gatsby. Jay Gatsby.
Yeah.
But it's actually told from the perspective of his neighbor, whose name is Nick.
Mr. Calloway.
Yeah, Caraway.
Caraway. Whatever.
But
I finished it in like 2 hours ago.
He moves to this town called West Egg, and Gatsby's his next door neighbor, and Gatsby is this rich dude, but he's acquired his money through questionable means.
Yeah, it's
He's a bootlegger.
Which, I suspect, means that he's doing things illegally and not just stealing things, which is also probably where they got the word from, whatever. I was confused.
It's cool. But he's rich, and he's throwing all these huge, fancy, lavish, super wonderful parties, because he wants to impress this girl.
There's one girl that he met like 5 years earlier.
Always about a girl.
It's always about a girl.
Always about a girl.
And she's usually crazy.
Or stupid. More on that later, because this bitch stupid.
She's pretty dumb.
And crazy.
And
all of the above.
Yeah.
So
he throws these like huge parties. Like there's literally like 2 pages full of names of people that are coming to this parties that he's throwing.
And you know what? Not one of them has met Gatsby.
Not one of them.
Not one.
Nope. And they're never mentioned again. They don't care.
No.
They're not important.
Fine. There's this one guy who just gets drunk, and he's so drunk that he wants to sober up, so he goes and hangs out in a library. Works for me.
I loved that part. I wrote it down. It was a funny quote.
It's true. But, so he's trying to impress his girl, and he eventually reconnects with her, and shit goes horribly awry.
Really?
Just terribly
insane.
Awry.
Like, you spent 5 years trying to get back with this person that you met.
Like, one time ever.
Yeah, and, so, like, he's basically, like, living in the past, and he spends, like, 5 years working towards trying to be the person that she wants him to be, which is rich, and, like, trying to make it so that they can be together. But then, by that point, she's married.
To a different rich guy.
To a different rich guy.
Who's a dude.
Yeah, we don't like him. He's stupid.
He's so bad.
He's an asshole. Maybe we should be banned book. Because we say asshole a lot.
I do say a lot of bad words.
And other bad words a lot.
All the bad words. I'm like a walking banned book.
Maybe they should be the...
Maybe that's why I'm drawn to them.
Oh. It's like different aspects of your personality.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Maybe it's why I'm drawn to you.
This is not my show. I'm just gonna talk to all you guys. So anyway, things go horribly awry, and that's basically the premise here. And we can talk a little more about specifics when we get into characters, which we can do now if Amber can pull her shit together. No? Just drink the drink. We have boozy milkshakes today.
Mm-hmm. So this neighbor of Gatsby, he's the narrator of the story, Nick.
He's kind of a main character. He's pretty...
I like him.
I do too.
Sitting around, going about his summer.
He's basically just observing everybody, seeing what happens.
All these horrible people lying and cheating on people.
Yeah, he's always aware of it too.
Yeah.
He's like, this is messed up, guys.
Yeah.
But he is actually really interconnected to everybody in the story. Mm-hmm. He is Daisy, who is the girl that Gatsby is trying to impress. He's her, like, second cousin once removed or something like that. It's one of those weird
all I know is
familial ties. They're cousins. And he went to college with her husband, whose name is Tom. We don't like him. He's awful. A jerk. And he's neighbors with Gatsby, and he eventually hooks up with this girl named Jordan, who's, like, Daisy's best friend.
Yeah.
It's like a high school up in here. Everybody's sleeping with everybody.
Well...
You'll see.
Well, yeah.
You really think about it. This entire book is about everybody sleeping with everybody.
It's really, that's pretty much what happens.
But yeah, so Nick is really observant. He's narrating the whole story. He moves to this town because he wants to achieve, like, the American dream. He wants to be a reporter. That's what he wants to do. Yeah. That's what he wants to do with his life.
So he's all like, oh, I'm going to move to New York, or New York adjacent.
It's like Long Island.
Yeah. It's like part of New York-ish.
Yeah.
So he's
it's an island.
Hey! So it's all of New York, mostly. Except for the big part.
Geography!
Yay! Go to school, kids.
Don't be like us.
Don't be like us.
But yeah, so he meets his neighbor. His neighbor's Gatsby. Good old Gatsby.
He's a...
You know what the most important thing to learn about Gatsby is? He calls everybody old sport.
Old sport.
Old sport.
He's going old sport. Let's toast to that, old sport.
You got it, old sport. It's clearly the most important characteristic. / he's rich. But he wasn't always rich. He got rich. Doing some illegal shit.
Selling booze at liquor stores, it's fine. I mean, at drugstores. It's fine.
Yeah, it's cool.
I say the right words.
Words are fine. Whatever.
Yeah, no.
And, so he met this girl, Daisy, once upon...
a summer.
A Midnight Dreary.
Nah.
That's another book.
Yay.
Quote it. It's Edgar Allan Poe.
Every time I hear that, I think of the song Sister Hazel.
But,
not related.
They knew each other, like, before the Great War. They, met, and they boned.
Yay!
And they were both in love with each other.
And then he went to war.
And then he went to war, and Daisy married a rich man. Tom. Who's an asshole. We'll say it a lot, because he's an asshole.
It's eternally true.
He's a jerk. He is really rich, but none of it he earned. It's like his dad's money. He inherited most of it.
Isn't it always
it's just
the dad's money?
Pretty much.
For the most part.
Gatsby got his money. But it was illegal. Don't do that.
No.
But he basically just takes what he wants. Be it money, be it...
Tom.
Yeah, Tom not Gatsby.
No.
Tom. Or women.
Yeah.
Which we know because we find out that Tom's got a girl in the city.
Ooh.
Her name's Myrtle.
Yeah.
Myrtle Wilson.
Yeah.
She's also married, because...
Why not?
Marriage vows don't matter.
They're not at all significant.
P.S. We don't believe that.
P.S. We're being sarcastic.
But
sardonic.
They are...
Sarcastic.
One of those.
Sarcastic.
They are sleeping together. They have this apartment that they keep just for, like, conducting their affair.
Mm-hmm.
And then, actually, Tom ends up breaking Myrtle's nose.
Yeah, because she keeps saying Daisy's name.
Because she hates that Tom is married. Even though she's married. Somebody explain this to me. I don't get it.
I'm just saying, if you're married and you want to cheat, either fix your shit or separate. Because if you're cheating, there's clearly something wrong.
And later on, it eventually leads to terrible things. And ain't nobody got time for all that.
Nope.
No.
Basically, you fail as a person.
Yeah, it's true.
Fix your shit. If you cheated and you're feeling offended right now.
Good.
Basically. Fix your shit. Or get out.
But yeah. And that's that.
Yeah. So then, Daisy's all like, "Mer-na-ner-na-ner." And then she does run into Gatsby.
Yeah, because Nick invites them both over for tea, but doesn't tell her that Gatsby's going to be there.
Yeah. And so then she's all like, "Ooh, this guy that I've always loved.
I still love him, and now he got money."
Oh, that money.
They start conducting their own little, like, affair, and,
They're
you know,
canoodling.
that's true.
They're canoodling.
Canoodling. But I didn't sing it. She just did that.
I think it requires singing.
It probably does. Probably dancing, but I would fall over. This is the canoodling dance. Actually, it's more like no. It's a different gesture.
That's not what our show is about, people.
No. Awkward drink.
Awkward moments require more alcohol.
Yeah, but so they're canoodling with the dance and the singing. And eventually Tom finds out about it.
And he gets all pissed. Like
I'm sorry, you're sleeping with somebody else too.
Exactly the same thing.
Whatever. And Myrtle, the mistress, is totally just using Tom for his money anyway. She's all like, "Buy me a puppy." And like,
yeah.
What?
To keep in the apartment that I'm not at all the time, so
yeah, so my puppy's gonna die. She's terrible. She killed a puppy.
You can never forgive these things.
But
puppy killing is unforgivable.
They find out about it. It's terrible.
If you've killed a puppy, stop watching our show. We don't want you.
Yeah, just don't kill puppies.
Yeah, just like
that might be what I've learned. I learned don't kill puppies.
I don't know what I learned. I haven't had enough time to reflect on it.
Don't kill puppies.
Well, it's a life value.
Don't canoodle.
Don't canoodle.
Extramaritally, do not canoodle.
Or, yeah, I was gonna say intramarital.
No, because that's with your spouse.
Yep.
You can canoodle with your spouse.
Yep.
Should you have one. And should you not, this lesson does not apply to you.
Yeah. And it's fine, and then
this
you're cool.
Just got really weird.
We can...
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, also don't be dumb and don't be shallow, because that's all that most of these people are.
Mm-hmm. Slash don't marry people for money.
Yeah, that doesn't usually end well. And actually, here's how it doesn't end well. Wilson, who's married to Myrtle, their last name is Wilson. I don't think we ever learn his last name, or first name, whatever the name is that isn't Wilson.
We might, but it doesn't
really matter. They mostly refer to him as Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like a pretty legit dude. He's really nice.
This poor dude who's just loving his wife and trying to make money and, like,
running his garage, doing what he does.
Being alive and shit.
Yeah.
And he loves his wife, and then he finds out that she's cheating on him, but he doesn't know, like, all the details. But it's like, he finds out somehow that she's got this whole other life that she's been keeping from him, and he's just, like, heartbroken forever.
And then, it's around the same time that Tom finds out that Daisy has been canoodling. Canoodling. With Gatsby. Mm-hmm. And, he's like, "Never mind, get out of my life," and he sends her away.
Yeah.
And she's driving Gatsby's car.
Coincidentally, Daisy is responsible for killing Myrtle.
It's true, because she's driving Gatsby's car and hits her.
Yep. They describe her being dead, and it's very graphic and
super
nasty.
Wasn't like one of her boobs fly off or something crazy like that?
Yeah. And her boob was separated so that she had no heartbeat. I was like,
okay.
That's fine.
Maybe that's why this is a banned book. But, she kills her, but then Gatsby's gonna take responsibility for it, and
then Tom gets all pissed, like, "Oh, well, he killed her, and he didn't even, like, stop," and then he tells Wilson that Gatsby did it, and then Wilson goes and kills Gatsby.
And then kills himself.
Because he's just killing everybody.
Just murder. You know what? I feel like there's a common theme with books we read. Just everybody dies.
Everybody dies. Slash only 3 people.
Yeah, but there's only so many central characters in this. We didn't even really talk about Jordan. She's not important. Super important. She's just kind of provides backstory. She tells Nick about, like, Gatsby and Daisy way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But she's there. Yeah. She's there.
She plays golf.
Yeah. Apparently she's super hot.
Yeah. She lies.
And Nick's just, like, okay with it.
Yeah.
But eventually Nick, having been there for Gatsby throughout all this and knowing everybody, he tries to throw Gatsby a funeral, and nobody shows up.
Except his dad.
and Nick.
And Nick.
And then Nick decides, you know what? All this, not worth it. He breaks up with Jordan. He moves back home. And that's the story.
Yeah.
That's the story.
What happens. So.
Yeah.
That's Gatsby.
I love Gatsby.
You should read it. It's pretty great.
It's also really short. It's like that big.
Yeah. It's.
Amber read it in like 2 days. 3 days. 3 days.
Technically 3 days. It could have been 2 days, but there was like work and sleep.
Yeah. Food.
If I just like sat down, I was like, oh, I'm gonna read this book probably 1 day, but I didn't do that.
But you guys should read it. It's a quick read. It's really good. I love it lots.
And now she's making out with the book.
My mouth is closed.
That's what she wants you to think.
She just like booped my nose. Just a fucking bitch. But no, you should read the book. It's the moral of the story. And read a bunch of banned books. They're the coolest books.
I cannot
like
attest
them.
to this person.
The ones you've read, you've enjoyed, yes.
Yeah. I read half of a couple more.
Yeah, and I own plenty more, should you want to read them. We're going to just, banned books, we're going to have like a little fiesta of banned books over time, because they're awesome.
Yes, we are.
They're great. But yeah, and I just like to say that most of them probably didn't need to be banned in the first place. They were like, you know, graphic language and...
Everything is graphic and full of language.
But like,
life is graphic and full of language.
Say, like, watch TV that's like okay for public access and stuff now. Nobody thinks it's that graphic, but like, son of a bitch is like a
oh, gasp.
Right.
Yeah, I was reading it. I was like,
yeah, I did. Whatever.
But I don't. Oh yeah, as I was reading it, I was trying to figure out like what is it about this book that made it get banned? And I'm like, well, maybe it's about like adultery, like cheating on your husbands and your wives and stuff. And it's like, well, like yeah, that sucks, and like don't do it. But like,
I feel like this kind of teaches you don't do it.
Yeah, this,
like they do it, like and then they all fucking die.
And then they die. Like it doesn't end well.
The one who never cheated on anybody just moves back home and lives his life.
Yeah. He's just like observing all the shit, and he's like, oh hey, like this is happening. Okay, well, you know,
well,
that's
fuck it, I'm leaving.
Okay, bye. Yep.
But yeah, so banned books, read them. They're not that bad. They're pretty good. Yeah. But I think that's probably all we have for this week.
Yeah,
Gatsby's a short book.
It's a short book. It's a pretty straightforward story. It's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. A lot of things happen, though, in, like, not that much time. I feel like there's death.
Yeah.
Deceit.
I also felt like the dude that was telling the story, Mr. Carraway, was really kind of like, I don't know if it was like a 20s thing or if it was just like him, but it was kind of sassy.
And it's very sassy.
I was appreciative of the sass.
Love sass. Love sass. Love sass. That was pretty good. So, you guys have a sassy day.
Have a sassy day. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitter and
like us on Facebook. Friend us on Goodreads. We'll put all the links down in the description. We want to hear opinions. Give us comments. Suggest banned books. Suggest other books.
Tell us banned books that you've read that you really liked and why you like them.
Yeah. Have a sassy day.
Okay, bye.
Bye.